Hi everybody, welcome back to section 7.1. The next thing we're going to look at is midpoint. So the midpoint formula, I have it on the screen. What you'll do is essentially average your x coordinates together and average your y coordinates together. So if the endpoints of a line segment PQ are x1, y1, so we just have an x coordinate and a y coordinate. And then for Q it would be x2, y2, so we have a second x coordinate and a second y coordinate. Its midpoint M is... So for the new x-coordinate, you would just add the two x-coordinates together, x1 plus x2, and divide by 2 because there's two of them. And then for the new y-coordinate, you'll add your two y values together, y1 plus y2, and you'll divide by 2 because, again, there's 2 points, and you're essentially taking the average of each of those coordinates. So let's try one. Example 4 says find the coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment PQ with the endpoints where P is negative 5, 8, and Q is 3, negative 2. So for my midpoint, what I'm going to do is for my new x value, I'm going to take an average of the x values that we have. So that would be negative 5 plus 3. Negative 5 and 3 are my x values. I'll add them together and divide by 2. For my new y value, I'll average my y coordinates together. So I'll have 8 plus negative 2. And I'll divide by 2. So I'm adding them together and dividing them by 2 because there's two coordinates that I'm trying to find right in the middle. So let's do one at a time here. So in the x-coordinate, I would have negative 5 plus 3, which would be negative 2. And I'll divide by 2. And negative 2 divided by 2 would be negative 1. For the y-coordinate, 8 plus negative 2 is 6. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. So there's my midpoint. It's the point negative 1, 3. If you would like to double check yourself with these, the best way to do it is on a graph. So on a graph, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot the points that I have. So P was negative 5, 8. So here's negative 5, 8. And then Q was 3, negative 2. So 3, negative 2 would be down here. And this is the line segment that we have. See if I can draw a straight line. And see, negative 1, 3. Apparently I didn't draw perfectly straight. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Negative 1, 3 is what we calculated our midpoint to be. And so some checks for us is that the midpoint should be on our line segment, which it is. It's right here. And it should be right in the middle of our line segment. So that's a nice way to double check that you did your calculations well. Now it's your turn. You get to try one and show me how much you've learned.